What's going on, man? It's 12:47, the great one. Fellas, listen, man. Something that came to my mind real quick. Listen, gentlemen. Before let me put you onto some game about how women think and how men think. Especially, the you so-called ADOS women. Listen, a lot of women, especially within the black community, a lot of what they do is for the short. It's always short term. A lot of your women in the so-called American black community think to the is short term. See, men, we're long-term thinkers. We're not short-term thinkers. We don't think for the short run how to get from here to there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying who brothers who are in production, brothers who are thinking on that productive level. Once again, we think for the long term. We don't think for the short term. This is why it takes us a long time to get in these relationships and get married and things of that nature, because we know that once again this is an investment. See, women don't think like that, especially within the black community. Once again, she's trying to get to point A to point B. She's trying to get to somewhere quick, fast, and in a hurry. So she'll play the role acting like she want to rock with you, but in her mind, she's trying to get somewhere. And the thing is, in her mind, like I said, she's trying to use whoever she has to use to get to this particular destination. And this is why women stop. So they get to a destination, they just stop. There's no these women have no drive. They don't have this. They don't have that. Once again, majority of these women, especially like I said within the American black community, want to get to a point quick, fast, in a hurry, and stop everything. And this is what I'm telling you, fellas. You guys gotta establish yourself first before you start dealing with so-called American black women. You have to establish yourself. I'm listening to I was thinking I'll listen to the Roger Report, and he's talking about breadwinners and things of that nature. Once again, there's nothing wrong with being your so-called breadwinner in your home, but the thing is, a lot of our talking points within the so-called American black community are like really outdated. And the thing is, it's outdated on the man's perspective, not on the women's, because women, like I said, have been getting the game for years, for decades. Grandma's been giving the game, great grandma has been giving the game. Girl, this is how I got your granddaddy, and blah 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 blah. Once again, so these women have been getting the game from these older women. And the thing about it, us younger men haven't been getting no type of game from the older men. These men still they still doing the Temptations. Oh, I got Sunshine and all that other stuff, man. They still trying to they spitting they still dying. This is the old concept. Is just you do everything for your woman, and that's been the problem for these, especially the last 50 years. Is just the mindset for the so-called American black man has we're still in the Stone Age. We're still being taught Stone Age philosophy, Stone Age perspective, Stone Age victimness, and all this other stuff. And then the thing is, when us younger brothers are more progressive and know what's going on and try to move according to what we see and what was going on, then the older people have the issue with us being progressive and thinking the way that we think. But anyways, let me go back to what I was saying earlier. But fellas, establish yourself first before you getting yourself into a so-called entanglement with these females, especially like I said within the American black community. Establish yourself first. Purpose has to be established before she can come in and try to help you do something, because she's here to help you. She's not here to chill. She's not here to relax and we're just going to sit back and kick our feet up and look at the stars all day. No, you're here to help me to do something. But if you haven't established the purpose for yourself first, then once again, and she comes into the situation, because I'm telling you about me. Once again, this female already had her plan on what she wanted from me. And the thing is, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have anything established. I'm going off the what I've been taught it's been love. Oh, love this woman and take care of her and bring babies and little house on the prairie and we're going to build and this, that, and the third. But once again, these women are not getting that same type of talking points. These women they're coming to you to get something from you. But once again, you fellas can stop all that nonsense if you have a purpose established, or some type of purpose, um, some type of goal, some type of something that you were trying to reach. And this is where the so-called helpmate comes from. But if you haven't established yourself first and this female comes along, I'm telling you right now, fellas, 9 times out of 10, she already has in her mind what she wants from you. Once again, she's not going to tell you this because you thinking about love and, oh, she's giving me affection and, oh, man, the sex is crazy and this, that, and the third, and she cooked for me, blah, 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 blah. But fellas, once again, that's all a smoke screen. You have to establish a standard in a purpose. You got to be headed in your own direction. You figured out what you're trying to do. You figure out the purpose, and I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm heading in this direction. Right? So when you meet this female, this is the direction that I'm going. But like I said, if you're going to be like me in my situation, you know what I'm saying? You don't really have a direction. You just out here just chilling and, you know, you making money, but you don't really have a sense of where you're headed to. And this female comes into your situation, I'm telling you, fellas, it's going to be, you're going to go from you're going to go from you in the driver's seat to that she's in the driver's seat. And I'm talking from experience, man. Like I said, I don't blame her. Like I said, she was in her mid-30s. I was young. I was 31, trying to figure things out and trying to get my stuff together. And like I said, she already had her career and stuff and her stuff already locked down. I was still trying to figure out the career move I was trying to do. I was trying to figure out, where I was trying to head to. I was hanging around people that, they were partying all the time. I wasn't hanging around people that was really locked in. Brothers who weren't traveling. A lot of people I was hanging around with in, my late 20s and my early 30s were people that were always in the club. Club every week, club on Wednesday, club on Thursday, club on Friday, club, and that's the persona that I took on. Everything was just partying. I was just partying. I was doing this and wasn't really focusing on what I need to focus on. Because I hung around people that weren't going nowhere. People were just spinning in circles. So when I met my so-called ex-wife, who already went to school and who was already had the career and things of that nature, and had things already locked down by the time she met me. So she already knew what she wanted from me. And the thing is, I didn't present what I wanted from her. I didn't present which direction I was heading. I was just, hey, I'm in love and like I said, I'm doing the Tyrese Sweet Lady Won't You Be Mine. And like I said, I'm not gonna say that she took advantage. Like, she didn't take advantage. She just knew what she wanted. It was up to me to establish the purpose of her being there. And I didn't establish a purpose. Her purpose of her being in my life was so-called love. And I already told you guys, man, don't ever get with these females on the premise of love. No, she serves a purpose. She's not here for love. She's here for a purpose. And that's what you guys have to do. You have to establish a purpose for her being there to begin with. Because if not, fellas, I'm telling you, man, this is how these women are taking us to the cleaners, because we don't have a purpose of why she's even there. Once again, I'm the employer, she's the employee. You are the employer, she's the employee. But once again, if you don't have a job description of why she's there, then once again, it's just like going to a job and you got people that's laying, like, chilling all day. Like, yo, why I'm sitting here working, I'm working, but then you got these people that's at the job, but they don't necessarily have a job description. That's how your relationship is going to be. Like she's gonna come, like in the beginning, she's gonna be excited, this and the third, to be with you. But then after a while, if you don't really have a job description or why she's there in the first place, then the relationship is gonna go to what I call a default mode. And the default mode is going to be she's driving and you're in the passenger seat. And when she's driving, fellas, it's hard for her to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, once she starts driving, man, it's a wrap. She's not trying to get about that seat. She's not trying to get about that seat. You know, then like I said, then your relationship becomes, okay, we're doing everything that she wants to do. Then you out here spending the money and you're going on trips and you're doing this and you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Then what I did was, years into it, I finally came to myself. I finally found purpose, and I finally found, the motivation. I finally found finally established a business, 1247, and I finally, clothing line, and I was doing motivation, and I'm starting to do comics and all this other stuff. Once again, I spent years with this woman. Then I finally came to myself. Then I finally figure out the purpose and the things of that nature. Kind of find out, like I said, she's not with that. Because like I said, she's in the driver's seat now. She wasn't with that. It's like, okay, cool, you found yourself, but what that got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? Then you find yourself trying to resent this female because, like I said, oh, she won't help me do X, Y, and Z. But bro, me finding myself should have been done years before. Should have been done prior to me even meeting her. Same thing for you. You know what I'm saying? You should find the purpose of why you exist. You should find the purpose and develop businesses or whatever it is you're going to do before she gets here. Because you don't want to be like me and find all this stuff out, find myself and I'm out here and trying to volunteer and I'm talking to people, this, that, and the third, and she's just sitting on the sideline. She's just looking at you like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm out here. I finally figure it out. I finally figure out what my purpose is. I finally figure out what my passion is. I finally figure out where I'm headed to and where I can lead the family and this, that, and the third. And she looking at you like some ex-wife did to me. She looking at me like, okay, well that's cool, but once again, that's what I'm saying. You way too late in the game for that, homie. Once again, this relationship ain't, so I'm glad that you figured it out, but once again, this is not my plan. And I had to figure out like I said, fellas, I had to figure that out the hard way. I finally found myself and finally found this and finally started motivating and finally started, start moving in the direction of trying to help people and motivate and this and got these different ventures I was trying to jump into. But I'm thinking, okay, cool, she's my wife, that she's going to help me in these endeavors. But that was never established in the beginning of our relationship. So me doing all this stuff years later, she's looking at me like, okay, boy, that's cool, bro, but like that's not what I'm on. That's not why I'm here. If you'd have told me this years ago, then maybe it would have been a different story. But like I said, man, you live and you learn. And I'm telling you guys now, man, establish yourself first before any female try to come up on you. And these women, like I said, it's like a program. These women are like robots. Once again, they're gonna try to put the press on you, and they're gonna try to enforce this monogamy, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, if you guys are not on solid ground of where you're trying to go, then you'll end up shape shifting and transforming to what she wants you to be. Then you'll be chasing after her, and you'll be going after here, and you'll be spending unnecessary money going to this trip and on that trip, and you're spending all this extra money on trying to go to these expensive restaurants, and because she's bored and I'm bored, and you know what I'm saying, you need to you need to tickle my fancy, and you need to take me here, you need to take me there. You know what I'm saying? But meantime, like I said, she's still sitting watching Basketball Housewives, watching the foolishness, because this is what her reality is. It's Cynthia and all of them on Basketball Housewives and Housewives Atlanta and Housewives Potomac and Housewives New York and Love and Hip Hop Miami and whatever. Once again, you guys out here you're chasing her now. And I need for you guys to stop that, man. Stop that. Establish yourself first. Establish yourself first. I'm telling you, fellas. I'm telling you from experience. Establish yourself first before you deal with any type of woman. I'm telling you. Because if you don't have yourself established first, I'm telling you, these women are going to come in and they're going to see what you have, and they're going to get at you. They're going to do everything within their power to get at your resources or whatever you have established. Because that's her nature. Like I said, especially within the so-called American Black communities, women are coming from a patriarchal mindset. Like I said, if you're dealing with a woman who doesn't have a father figure in her life, I'm telling you, fellas, she's going to come to consume. That's what these women do, is consume. They just consume. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter the flowers. It doesn't matter about any of that. They're just going to keep consuming. Then you're going to be left broke, and all of a sudden you're going to look back and be like, well, damn, I ain't got nothing. Because me trying to please her, like I said, fellas, man, I can go through the whole thing. Like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm not throwing her under the bridge or under the bus. I'm just telling you what I didn't do. I didn't establish myself. I was out here chilling at the club all the time before I met her. So I wasn't on purpose. I wasn't hanging with men who are about purpose and who are about building and traveling and things of that nature. Once again, I'm discovering all the traveling and all that stuff within the last couple of years. But like I said, when I met her back in when did I meet her? 2011, 12, something like that. I didn't have all that together. 2012 was 2012. You know, like I said, fellas, like I said, be careful who you hang around with. Be careful, because like I said, if these cats are always talking about chasing some booty, going to some club, fellas, cut them off, man. We ain't got time to be chilling and at somebody's club and like I said, chasing at the big booty Keisha. Like I said, we got things to do. You know, like I said, I wish I would have had me like 8-9 years ago. Somebody like me, who has this knowledge when I was, like I said, 31, 32, dealing with this woman. Because I mean, it would have been a totally a different situation. But like I said, fellas, you live and you learn. Like I said, the whole thing is establish yourself first. Do not let these women put the press on you. I'm gonna tell you this right now, real talk. If that female's for you, say she got her stuff together and you don't, you know, if you say, listen, you might have to break that relationship off. You know what I'm saying? If you break apart and say maybe a couple years down the line you get back together, then it is what it is. But I don't want none of you guys out here, especially you younger guys out here, getting with these women and you don't have no type of purpose or plan or any type of vision for your own life. Because I'm telling you right now, man, the way these women are set up in the so-called the ADOS, American Black community, these women are consumers. This is what the numbers say. Like I said, I mean, the divorce rate within the Black community is well over 70%. Because, like I said, these women are not. These women have not been taught to be wives. You know what I'm saying? Their concept is the bad culture. She's coming to you to get something from you. If she can if she can bypass you to get your stuff, then she wouldn't even deal with you and go straight to your stuff. But to get to my stuff, you have to go through me. And like I said, a lot of these women have played the game very nicely for millennia. Probably since time immemorial, man. Probably back thousands of years ago, these women were doing that. To get to the king or this duke or this whoever this man was, to get to his stuff, I had to go through him. And like I said, these women have been doing this for a long time, so nothing has changed. So, anyways, fellas, like I said, establish yourself first before getting into any type of relationship. Once again, excuse me, I'm sorry. Once again, you are the employer. She's the employee. Leave that love nonsense. Throw that word love out the window. Right? Because, like I said, love, how she loves is the submission piece. She has to submit to the purpose and plan that what I'm trying to do. She's submitted her whole being to what I'm trying to do. Then in turn, I provide and I sacrifice for her. That's what love is. It's never just you come consume, and when I'm done, I'm just gonna take you to this court that's set up to throw me under the bus anyways, and we just gonna keep it moving. Nah. But like I said, fellas, man, establish yourself first. Establish yourself first. Have a purpose or why she's even there to begin with. Because if she doesn't have a purpose, then keep it moving. You just saved yourself. You stand on solid ground. Like I said, fellas, I don't care. Once again, some of these women, like I said, they're very seductive. You know what I'm saying? These women want what they want. They're going to do anything within their power, try to get it. So once again, fellas, be staying on solid ground. Stand on solid ground. Don't be Samson. Don't let this Delilah that Delilah spirit within that female break you down. Because she out there, she giving you that work. Oh man, she got a fat. Okay, fellas, I got it. But don't let her break you down to a point. Like I said, you sitting out, you chasing after her because oh man, the other night, man, I was tearing it up. Like I said, fellas, be strong. But anyways, man, you guys like, share, and subscribe. Peace.